What's going on YouTube? What's going on my Patreon friends? What's going on with my drummers, man? It's been a minute since we've done just some drumming, just some drum breakdowns. And we're going to watch some Sugarfoot together. Come on, man. Come on, man. This one just now, or just the other day, was sent to me from my friend Havard on Patreon. But I think Betty sent me one of these as well. I think. And I thought that John Moffett had passed away, but I was very much mistaken, thankfully. But anyway, this came up in a conversation on one of our Twitch streams the other day. I was watching a carpool karaoke, and I believe that's where this started because I was complaining that you hadn't sent me any links lately. But anyways, so we're going to get into Smooth Criminal, Sugarfoot Drum Cam. It's a split screen from the History Tour. I think this is going to be incredible. YouTube. If this makes it to YouTube, I'm going to be really grateful, but I don't know if it will. So Patreon, I hope you all enjoy this one, man. I'm going to have a hard time not just being like a fanboy and just like watch. I'm going to try to do some like breaking down and like talking about what's going on. But anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. You can check me out on Patreon. The link's in the description box. You can give me the thumbs up or like and subscribe here as well. And I'm going to try to earn that after I ask for it. My friend Havard, longtime Patreon friend. I appreciate this. I appreciate all the Bruno support and the love. Come on, let's go. Cool. This is going to be cool. Oh man, like the snare drum on top of whatever. Okay, so I think what's going on, and it's like I learned this from a lot of like old Phil Collins or Genesis or like Peter Gabriel songs, where the snare drum has this like kind of like this like I don't even know how to describe it, but what it is, it's a really big reverb, like a big long, like you hit it and it's just like this bah, but you put what's on we'll call a gate on it, so you set it to like a certain time frame and it's just like cuts it off, so then you get this like bop. Bop. And I think that's what's going on with the snare drum. It could be like a sample or like a trigger that's played on top of it. But either way, the snare drum and that combo right there is like freaking me out. It sounds amazing. The kick drum is nuts too. Like like the speed, the consistency of it, like how fast his foot can keep up with that, with all the hi-hat stuff being individual, is just like drummers freak me out, man. Drummers freak me out. I always say that like watching Sugarfoot play drums reminds me of watching Mike Tyson like fight and just like beat the crap out of people. Like it's just such a like high level, like extreme level of the art. It's just like I don't know what it is, but Jonathan looks great here, man. The cut, the fit, everything. He looks like jacked as hell. Like come on, man, come on. It looks like he's trying to just get his in-ears to like sit a little tighter. And like I've talked about this before, you see some performers that they'll even put tape or like a headband around to keep their in-ears in place. And it's just because like as you move around, they just kind of wiggle. And even if it fits, even if it's custom molded, sometimes they just move a little bit. So he just wants to make sure it's nice and tight. You don't have any pressure issues. You don't want to have any hearing issues as time goes on, and that's going to alleviate a lot of it. So that's just what's going on when he's kind of fidgeting with that stuff. Stick tricks too. So I think they have what are called triggers on a lot of the drums, where like you don't hear the tom itself, you hear the sound that is produced in place of the tom sound. So it's like you would have a microphone for the regular tom stuff, and you'd have this thing called a trigger right beside it. And when the trigger picks up noise, it just produces a different sound, like something else. It could be like these really percussive, like these gah, like I was talking about in the snare, because it looked like he was playing some toms here, and it looked like other sounds are coming out of it. So like it's not like a track where it's like it's stuck to the metronome and it's gonna come out no matter what. It's just like whatever he plays, it's just not a drum. It's almost like having a digital drum that you still have to play it to make the noise. It's just not drum noise. It's a different noise. I think that's what's going on. It's dope either way. And they would have had to be really creative back then, because like whenever this history tour was, like triggers and stuff didn't get super popular and super well used, or at least they were like super well, like reliable, I guess is the word, until like, the last probably 10-15 years. So if that landed in there, great. But if not, they're probably doing some really clever stuff to make it sound like this pro, and like at the level that you would want for Jonathan Moffett and for Michael Jackson, right? So I'm getting stuck watching Michael Jackson in the corner too. See all that da 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 da, like he's playing that on like a digital pad, or like an Alesis or something, like a Roland pad that's like 9x9. It's got 9 different sounds on it. Or they have a drum replaced where he's playing the drum, and instead of hearing a tom, you hear the claps, right? So it's a variation of that. He's playing it for sure. It's whatever he plays. It's just it might not be an acoustic sound. It might be a synthetic sound, right? Kick drum is nuts. I love that how he does the hi-hat. He comes down to the hi-hat catch with the stick like spin in the air, and also the no look with the really high cymbals is just, it's such a good look, man. I think when you have like tastefully flashy drummers, I think it's amazing. I just think it's such a cool craft, drumming as a whole. Come on, guitars. Come on now. You hear the drive of that kick drum, and it doesn't miss a beat. And like, there's all kinds of stuff I could get into, like compression and all this that like would level that out for you. But that's more just like for the recording, just for the stability of the recording. Like if he was sending poor signal, like that processing would be working so hard, it would probably be more apparent. Like I honestly think like it's so consistent, and I honestly think that he's hitting it that consistently, like within points of however you meter that, like within points of like volume or input or like actual like whatever it is, like the timing of it, the aggression of it, the like how driving it is. The performance, man, is just nuts. Like obviously, he doesn't need my affirmations, but I'm just sitting here and like I don't even want to say disbelief, amazement, like absolute amazement. No look, come on, man. Two different cymbals, no look, 1 and 2. Come on, man. My God, like I was gonna say if I was a betting man, these open hi hats is psst, 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 was the cue that this is gonna be the outro, and maybe that's like a big cue for a minute long outro. But I thought that was gonna be the round to be like, hey, this is the last one, just as like a rehearsal reminder, just like that's how we stay on time, we stay in the placement of the metronome if there's any changes or anything like. But like, it's so much fun to watch this man play drums. So much fun. This part. Oh, he's doing it along with the dance. I get it. Okay, okay, okay. Mmm. Unbelievable. It's just so cool to see it like that high a level of professionalism. Unbelievable, unbelievable. I appreciate that. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this. I appreciate that request. I appreciate like I love drummers and watching professional drummers so much, man. Like it's just such a cool craft. And like in this case, like imagine being in the driver's seat of Michael Jackson's band. Like come on, man. Like what a blast. I bet you that felt so good. Just like I'm sure like there's gonna be all kinds of conversation around like getting tired of playing songs or like rehearsals and stuff, but like there's something about like live energy, the performance, like that much funk, that thickness, and like that many musicians just doing their thing and spazzing like that, man. Like being in the driver's seat of that has got to feel so good. I dug the shit out of that. I appreciate the request. My friend Havard, all my Norway friends. See everyone again soon.